Ai niin me jätin tähän.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on.
Hyvä idea, Andre.
I have never been one to shy away from shouldering my share of a heavy load.
Mitä? Eikö tää on mun inventori tämä? Oho.
I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
Joo.
A shame that there is not more to discuss.
Taas mun digipikit on hävinnyt jonnekin. Oi vittu, älä ota kuppeja, perkele. Oho. Legendary. Collect your gear. Gearit.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
Damn.
Howdy. Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky. Hey.
Legendary gearit. Oi oi. Kun on kirpeitä
It is
saa.
pleasing to speak with you. You are competent in a fight and pleasant to look at. What is not to love? Then I shall be sure to say it more often. I am here. I am here for you. Should you need me. Need to see what I'm carrying?
Mä haluan ihan tän koko... Kootappa nytte. Andrealla on vittu tuo... No mitä helvettiä. Kaikki on täynnä.
We will speak again soon, I hope.
Can't chat right now.
Okay. Hello.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you.
Oliko tässä jotain sili-juttua? Mitä vittua? Ihanko ois silis syönyt? Mihin tää osoittaa?
Yes.
Give him one for me, alright?
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oho. Lisää romua, voi helvetti.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't
Mikä
trust
multa
what
vielä
the voices
puuttuu?
tell you.
Mut tuo nyt en mä kehtoo tota ottaa. Collect your gear. Tässähän nää on saatana.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
No niin, nyt se tuli saatana. Ai rupee hapottaa nää karkit. Mitä vittua näissä on? Aa. Onpa kirpeitä, hyi saatana.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities. There's a field cache in the Assyrian farm just outside the barrier, if you need a quick resupply. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
En voi oikeastaan tonne aluksenkaan mitään jättää, kun mulla on kaikki täynnä. Namis kukkeli pussukka.
I'm glad to see you. If I can take a few things, I will. Take care of yourself. willing to...
No niin.
May the serpent guard you.
All set on your gear? You ready to do this? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not? Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready. Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that? Oh, you're a...
Oh.
Riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers. Deploying.
Shit. These things, they're all dominated. Clean them out. Keep an eye out.
On muuten tehokas. Eikö mä otan jonkun helpomman aseen tässä? Vaikka tän ihan.
What does your scanner reveal? Did you hear something?
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Oho. Oho. Tuli nyt tarjoilee. Ei mitään hajua. Mites tää viimeinen? Mä taas niin vittu aivot jumissa, että... Apua. 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 Mikäs tämä on? Ei käy. Tämä kävis joo, mut sitten pitäisi saada nuo 3 tuolta. Tää pitäisi saada 4 tuolta. Ootahan nyt, tää on aika vaikea nimittäin. Tää on tosi vaikea. Tuohon jää 2 tollasta. Mites tää nyt menis? O. Tää on aika vaikee. Aika haastava. Jos mä nyt vaan lähen tästä vittu noin. Nyt kun mä mokasin, voi vittu. Nyt mä mokasin, heti mokasin. En mä tiedä, vittu mä oon tässä niin huono. Mulla ei pää toimi. Ei mulla oo tollasta ollenkaan. Tää on pakko laittaa tää. No vittu, oliko se nyt tämä vai vittu, näinkö me on? Yes. Onhan näissä arvoa kyllä, joo. Mä oikein voi kantaa mitään. Okay, friends.
They're going to eat you alive.
Ammu nyt.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
Totta kai pitää tulla. Oho. Tää ei näytä taas mitään vittu. Tää on katottu. Tuo on katottu. Missä täällä on vielä sampleja? Ei saatana. Nyt ei tule karkkia enää, saatana. En mä tiedä, missä vitussa ne on ne loput. Tää vittuilee tää peli tässä. Ei tää näytä mitään minnekään. Tuolla on yksi saatana. Tuossa. Tässä saa alas tuolta.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Jo vain.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Have you seen this? The heat leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. Pretty Major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Go, go, go!
Safety's on.
Oh,
Alright, get to the bottom of this.
tää ei räjähtänyt.
First of all, Geyser's got the cell data from the Atlantis Calcent attack, right?
Uploading them
Tää
myself.
ei räjähtänyt jostain syystä.
Let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands.
Niin. Jollakin on taas näppisi ollut pelissä.
Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant and realized the ends it could be put to.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea. Deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach. But our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one... It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks... I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way. Situation normal.
Oi oi. Follow Kaiser, mutta Kaiserin vaan vittu. Aha, nyt se lähti eteenpäin.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the
No niinpä
lock
tietenkin.
mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Might wish to lighten your load. One is less likely to survive an ambush when one is weighed down with whatever all that is.
Still looks operable. Of all the things. those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel. Facilities and
Oho.
evaluation. They're all in this facility. Other than our casualties? Yes, sir. Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. They'll send ships as soon as possible. Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things. That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Mikä recording? Mistä? Missä on recording? Mä en oikein löydä recordingia tästä nyt. En mä löydä recordingia, apua. Ei vittu, missä se on se vitu? Tähän se näyttää, mutta...
I do not wish to judge, but I doubt you truly need to be carrying all of that.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people.
Pakko käydä tuolla keittiössä.
Keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Joo, nyt äkkiä tauko.
Victus. He saw it too. as shocked as you are. What's going through your head right now?
Ölkköstestiä. Experimental Peru. Aissalmi. Aissalamessa. Kulta-ipa. Colt-ipa. Kylmä-ipa. Cold.
I'm as shocked as you are. The recording said it all. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He's a
monster.
Yes. Exactly what we all thought he was. But if the plant was used to trigger the attacks, could Faye Victus have been involved in the massacre on New Atlantis?
What? Faye Victus alive? All this time? And somehow in a position where he could be responsible for what happened in New Atlantis? This is precisely why I cannot stand the United Colonies. They pretend at moral superiority, but look what they actually do.
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample. Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
Sound good. Eyes peeled.
Mulla on mitään hajua mitä nuo vitsit tekee, mutta kai niillä joku tarkoitus. Vittu lataa nyt se ase, saatana.
And I'll relay my signal through there.
Nowhere is safe.
Tarvii vähän parempaa asetta. En mä vittu osu täällä taas.
It's here. It's here. On. Do it now.
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Tää kyllä syö panoksia ihan saatanisti. Maistetaanhan ölkköstä. Kult IPA. Kult IPA. Hold IPA oikeesti, mutta Kult IPA. No on nyt vittu reitti mitä pitää kulkea. Ei hemmetti.
underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there, but it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right? Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vae Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
I'm sorry, what? She's pulling my leg, right? Adrian?
Ai niin, salaisuuksia ei saanut kertoa.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs. But Vae Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know. Captain, I truly don't. He's already shown he's taken an interest in you. I'll be a lot more useful in the labyrinth. So do you think you could do it? Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
Ups. Tavaroita kyllä pitäisi myyä poikki. On niin paljon tätä saatanan romua.
Engines purring. Let's do this.
Orbital pattern locked. Easy.
Hello again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Let me check my logs.
must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
What's on your mind?
Myyntikierros kyllä pitää käydä tekemästä. Joo, katsotaan yksi juttu tässä samalla.
If it were not for the lodge, I think I would avoid this city. It is all just too much.
Taas täällä on tätä romua kerääntynyt ihan.
and inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said, top line.
Nom nom nom.
Ah, a face I never mind seeing. What can I do for you? I always enjoy these moments. I trust you completely.
Oho.
I have not been able to say that about anyone. It means a great deal to me. Then I shall be sure to say it more often. I appreciate our little discussions, you know.
Hyvä kun se vaan katoaa nuo vitu.
I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no? Now, what in the heavens would make you claim something as ludicrous as that? That's quite the claim, Captain. I hate to think what would happen if such a patently untrue statement reached the ears of the Cabinet. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis.
Arvasin.
My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. You couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time. Precisely. In that moment, I couldn't allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter. She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. Can't remember the many lives you've taken. Orlays was the man whose death you brought about around the moon of Etheria, the pilot of the Warlock.
Ai niin,
The man
Warlock.
I had to eliminate to hide my secret. Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. Splendid. Then I won't keep you. You've got important work, after all. Here's to a bright future.
Väärä ovi. Mä vaan tiedä pitäisikö mun. Tietääkseni sen voi vielä perua, että se ei oo vielä mikään final decision. Varmuustallennus.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
Somehow, after all that has transpired, he still believes himself to be the hero. He created this whole situation just so others would see him the way he sees himself. But all it has done is further expose him for what he really is.
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again. My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside world disappear. Make sure his future schemes and machinations stay in his cell with him. But honestly, I'm not sure. He's in a unique position, and has done a special kind of harm to the colonies. I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people, and I'm not about to let him get away with something like that. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what... Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cap...
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in. See if they have a preference. It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him. And here we go.
And just what is on your mind at this moment? Do you need to ask? Do I not make it clear how much I care about? Then I shall be sure to say it more often. Until our next talk.
Täällähän tää oli, eikä tuolla vittu hyssylöisyssä.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better but according to Hadrian's report and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use Terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vayvictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Onpa vaikeeta.
I do not appreciate information being withheld. I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech
Ei
presence
vittu,
on
otin
human
väärän.
worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting
Voi
measures.
vittu, otin väärän. Ei saata, otin väärän. Mä otin ihan väärän vittu. Mä joudun vettä pelaa uudestaan tätä.
Perfect timing. So on our end,
Means either plan.
considering what the
Masentaa
I
tämmönen.
already sent along. So what about? Did my father tell you? I knew it.
Somehow, but all it has done is further.
Well, I'm sure he did. So I guess, unless there, this might. Then here we go.
Vittu kun mä otin väärä saatana. Vieläkin harmittaa. Perkele. Mutta
Welcome back,
tää
all
nyt
of
ei
you.
ollut niin pitkä.
What according
Mä skippaan
is
nää, niin.
what I'm. The second report.
Orlays. It's true, ma'am.
He did what?
That... Clearly, he made it. Madam President.
Enough! I hope everyone. Now that's what you have.
It just...
Heavens help us.
I'd know that voice anywhere.
He knew they could do this.
He's a sociopath.
Officer, please collect.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
Will, of course, be launching a full. Though I have little doubt. Chief Yassine.
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with I'm inclined to. Now, with the threads you. The three of you, as such.
A sound decision, Madam President. Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
Agreed. Any effort to de-escalate the situation should be considered. Being as open as possible would be a valuable move.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the Collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Glad to see someone's not afraid of a little applied genetics. The science division is in full agreement.
Let us hope this science division truly knows what they are doing.
Grand threats merit grand actions, and grand actions are precisely what our group does.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled.
Miksi mun jutkementtia kysytään? En mä mikään lääkäri oo.
Marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. Despite all your checkered histories, with the Xeno Warfare Unit or SysDef, the Cabinet still believes you all earned a display of gratitude for what you've done. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive. You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
Oho.
Eager to help, if I can. I look forward to our next discussion.
Luuletko, on vähän tulisuutta noissa nimittäin noissa salmiakkeissa. Huhhuh.
I know your type. Freewheeling space ace. Must be nice.
Ihan liian kirpeitä. Joo. Nyt en syö enää yhtään paha olo.
One day, I'm gonna leave New York. Test for good.
Ei! Ei! Missä se on se penthouse-tyyppi?
A credit for your thoughts, as they say.
Penthouse, here I comes. Here I comes.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
12 tonnia vaan.
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how... But, with all that square, there are your standard Vanguard missions. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning... Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any of those missions call to you? Of course. You've earned some R&R. Once you're rested up and...
Ei vittu voi olla täällä. Helvetti.
should come in. Nice ride.
Onpas